Hi everybody, it's MIA Katrin for JEWEL Couture. I wanted to talk with you today about the idea of minimalism. I've been really inspired by this idea and how it connects with the idea of collecting designer jewelry. Can you collect designer jewelry and be a minimalist? First of all, I've always loved the idea of minimalism, even if it didn't really go by that name. I know, back in college, I read Thoreau and was really inspired by his idea in Walden. He said, simplify, simplify, simplify. And that's an idea that I've always loved throughout my life. Now, Thoreau took it to an extreme. He went out into the woods and he considered it an experiment in living to see what he could strip away of life's artifices and get down to the really basic elements in living and what that would be like. But this idea has had a kind of resurgence today, and a lot of people here on YouTube and in other places are being inspired by this idea of minimalism, and I think there's really something to it. What inspires me about it is the idea of really paring away what's not essential in your life and discovering what really is essential, and putting your attention on that, putting your attention on, as Con Marie says, what sparks joy in your life. This is talked about in terms of wardrobes, having like a capsule wardrobe, and getting rid of what's not essential, curating your wardrobe to the key elements that you're finding your particular style that you really love. And when you first think of this in connection with designer jewelry, you might think, wow, how can I love jewelry. I'm a jewelry designer. So you might think, well, how is that compatible with minimalism? If minimalism is getting rid of, what's extraneous in your life and getting down to the bare essentials, how could you be collecting designer jewelry and be a minimalist? I think they really are not only compatible, but one really supports the other. You might think, how is the idea of collecting, or for me, designing designer jewelry, how could you do that and be a minimalist? But I think you really, not only is it compatible, but one really supports the other. Because for me, when I started my new collection, this signature collection, 2 or 3 years ago, which I'm actually wearing here, and I wanted to show you some of these pieces. These are all in 18 karat gold with diamonds and large, beautiful gemstones. But the the pieces are also available in sterling silver, or now a brand new option is sterling silver with 18 karat gold accents. So let me show you some of the pieces so it doesn't remain too abstract. And then I'll talk about how this fits in with the idea of minimalism. So the first piece I'd like to show you is this very large, solid 18 karat gold pendant. It's 18 millimeters wide. It's about 23 carats of blue topaz, checkerboard cut on both sides, the top and the bottom really sparkly, with diamonds all around it, a diamond on the bail, and beautiful 18 karat gold chain, all handmade in Italy. You can also open the bail and the back and wear it as an enhancer, clasp it over pearls There's a beautiful pearl strand. This is another piece from the collection that has a gorgeous pearl clasp with the blue topaz on both sides, the top and the bottom, and diamonds. But you see, you could hang it from pearls and it would look completely gorgeous. And it even has you can take off the bail completely, and it has a pin on the back. You can wear it as a pin. The earrings are, gorgeous. They all coordinate, they all work together, and this is part of what I'm going to be talking about here. The earrings coordinate with the necklace. They're beautiful Swiss blue topaz checkerboard cut on the top and the bottom, so they're really sparkly. They're lifted up off the ear to really highlight the beauty of the gem, so it really sits up off the ear, and it really accentuates the beauty of the gem. And they're designed to really sit up really nicely on your ear so they don't droop. And some other pieces from the collection are this best-selling ring, really beautiful ring, signature ring shown here in the blue topaz. And by the way, with our new My Jewel program, you can get all these pieces in many different gemstones. You can pick the gemstone you love the most, and we will set it for you, so you can have My Jewel my way. But it's a gorgeous ring, the solid 18 karat gold. I'm going to take it off to show you a little better here. You can see there's open work here, negative space, which is very on trend. If you look closely, you can see my little stylized JEWEL Couture logo embedded in here, and with diamonds around it. It has two large white sapphires on either side of the shank, and the gem is set up again, very sparkly, to really accentuate its beauty. But it's a very, very comfortable ring. It sits flat on your finger, and many people remark on how easy it is to wear, how comfortable it is. And here's another piece from the collection, which is the gorgeous bracelet. And I'm going to take this off to show you. Now this one is, you can see here, it's set with 7 diamonds, 3 along the top and 2 on either end. This one has gorgeous blue sapphire cabochons on the end, which of course coordinates with the blue topaz, but we can do it with the blue topaz as well. You see, this is a very unique design. These are all my own original designs. The bracelet has that kind of rich old world texture to it, but it has very clean modern lines. And by the way, all these pieces are sized for you. Of course, the ring and the bracelet comes in different sizes, and it has that same open work, that same negative space, which is very on trend. And the same pieces are also available in silver. Here, for example, is the ring in silver, best-selling piece, gorgeous piece. And the bracelet is also very popular in silver. Here, you can see the diamonds on the top. And this silver bracelet is set with the blue topaz, so you can see faceted blue topaz in this case. Bangle bracelet, sized individually for you. So you can, either way it sits on your wrist, looks pretty. If the blue topaz swings around to the top, that's completely fine too. It's very pretty. Or if the diamonds are on the top, that's very pretty as well. So anyway, getting back to my idea of minimalism, when I started this new collection 2 or 3 years ago, it was basically like that idea that people have of curating your wardrobe, paring it down to the most essential, best loved, most basic elements. But I was doing this in respect to all of the history of jewelry. I was trying to pick out from the whole span of history those pieces of jewelry that were most basic, most elemental, best loved by everyone, the most universally loved designs. And that was the inspiration behind my signature collection, that it was inspired by the best of the best in classic design throughout the ages, updated with a new, fresh designer twist. And so that same impulse of curating your wardrobe, of getting a capsule wardrobe that's the most basic elemental pieces that you love, and rotating them and maybe adding some little accents here and there. That's what I was doing in respect to the whole tradition of jewelry throughout the ages, and that was the inspiration behind my new signature collection. So what I would suggest is that you can certainly be a minimalist and collect designer jewelry. In fact, that's very much in keeping with the idea of minimalism, because what you're doing is you're, instead of just buying jewelry hodgepodge, whatever, on impulse, you see something in a store and it looks pretty and you just pick it up, not really thinking how it coordinates with other things in your wardrobe or whatever. What you do if you're collecting the signature collection is you're collecting pieces, very, very high quality pieces, very intentionally, pieces that have a lasting universal value, pieces that spark joy, pieces that you will always love and blend in with everything really in your wardrobe. I say everything because you can get the pieces in silver or gold, you can get them in different gems. There are other pieces available from the collection, so you can find something that really works with any outfit, with your personality, with the type of clothes that you wear, the style that you wear, the wardrobe that you wear. You can start developing a really timeless, carefully curated jewelry wardrobe with the signature collection that is really the essence of minimalism. It's finding and developing your own style and carefully curating that, picking and adding pieces of really high quality, timeless, universal value, and that you will have forever. They're really heirloom quality pieces that will be passed on through generations. And isn't that really the essence of minimalism? Instead of just this idea of like a throwaway culture of picking up sort of mindless consumerism, buying things and throwing them away or whatever, it's being really intentional about what you're collecting. So you have fewer pieces, but they're all pieces that spark joy, that you really love, that you treasure, that just grow better with time. And with the signature collection, there will always be new pieces coming up that blend with these pieces that you can add on. So you could start with some very basic pieces, like, for example, the small earrings, the small blue topaz earrings down here on the bottom. shown in sterling silver. There would go with everything, day or evening. They're smaller than the earrings that I'm wearing. The gem is the same size, but they don't have as much precious metal around them. So you could wear them every day. You could get them in a clear color like the white topaz, which is just pure sparkle, goes with everything. You could get them in pearl. You could get them in a black color like either black onyx or black spinel, which is, I would recommend we offer them in black spinel. It's like the black onyx, but it has more zip to it. It's a more sparkly gemstone, and just wear that would become like your signature piece. And then over time you could add the bracelet or the ring or a pendant or a pearl necklace or some of the other necklaces that we have, and just have a really, really beautiful jewelry wardrobe. So I would say, even though you might first think, I'm going to be a minimalist, I'm going to simplify my life, designer jewelry doesn't fit in with that, I would say, based on my experience, that it fits in perfectly with that. It's really like the essence of minimalism to collect just a few very high quality pieces that you're going to have for the rest of your life and even be passed on to future generations. So thank you very much for listening today, and if you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to hear about what your experience is in cultivating your jewelry wardrobe, paring down, curating more carefully your jewelry wardrobe, and if this is something that inspires you, if it's something that you're doing now, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love also for you to subscribe to my channel